The film starts with two adorable children fleeing from death and hunger. Their parents have been killed, and in a shocking scene, a mysterious person stabs a dead body to consume its flesh, driven by extreme hunger. Later in the story, Coriolanus, now grown up, graduates, while his cousin Tigris prepares a shirt using rudimentary equipment for a ceremony where Cory is expected to receive an award for his outstanding achievements. However, their hopes are dashed when Cory's friend Sejanus reveals that the award will not be given out. This disappointing news is delivered by Casca Highbottom, who heads the War Department. He explains the reason for the cancellation: the unexpectedly low ratings of the Hunger Games. Consequently, they decide to hold the Hunger Games again, pairing mentors with various districts. The Hunger Games is a lethal competition involving 12 rebellious districts, with only one participant surviving. Mentors are assigned to help contestants increase their ratings, which can lead to winning prizes. Among the 24 contenders, Lucy Gray stands out. In a moment of fury, she places a snake in the mayor's daughter's shirt. When the mayor slaps her in response, she remains undeterred and sings a soulful song. Lucy's fate becomes intertwined with Coriolanus, who is tasked with her care. Following this, Coriolanus meets Casca, who openly dislikes and demotivates him regarding the games. Later, Cory's cousin boosts his morale, advising him to gain Lucy's trust. The plan is for Lucy to win over the audience with her singing, thereby earning money. To implement this plan, Cory heads to the train station to meet Lucy. Upon her arrival, Coriolanus greets Lucy with a white rose, which she eats before proceeding to the vehicle. In a risky move, Coriolanus evades the guards and enters the vehicle, only to find himself in danger. His luck saves him as he falls into a zoo-like enclosure. Here, he brings Lucy to meet the children, hoping to make her likable to them. However, guards soon arrive and remove Coriolanus from the enclosure. Lucy requests him to bring her food, as he had broken the rules by entering the enclosure. Meanwhile, Casca plans to expel Cory from the game. However, Cory persuades Dr. Volumnia Gall to allow Lucy to perform in front of the audience, which could boost the show's ratings. Gall, the chief of the Hunger Games, agrees to this idea. Subsequently, Sejanus shares his suspicion about someone they know being involved in the game. During lunchtime, Coriolanus brings meals to Lucy in her cell, which she shares with another troubled contestant. Coriolanus tries to persuade Lucy to sing, but she doubts her chances of winning the game. In a separate incident, a contestant mocks another girl's hunger, leading to a violent confrontation where the mocked girl stabs the tormentor in the neck with a broken bottle. Coriolanus attempts to intervene but is too late. The girl tragically dies on the spot. That night, Cory's grandmother warns him about the savages and advises caution, but Cory holds a different view. He shares his thoughts with Dr. Gall regarding the Hunger Games. Meanwhile, with the girl's death, Casca announces the continuation of the game, permitting participants to form alliances. While some contestants are aggressive towards their mentors, Lucy shows cooperation and persuades Cory with her willingness to sing, a strategy to acquire water in the arena. Among the participants is Lamina, who is distraught over being part of the deadly game. Coriolanus and Clemencia are summoned by Dr. Gall. Standing near snake containers surrounded by various animals, tosses Cory's suggestion letter into a snake container. She instructs them to retrieve the letter, claiming it's hers. When Clemencia attempts to grab it, she is bitten by a snake and collapses. Coriolanus is concerned, but Dr. Gall shows no sympathy, angered by Clemencia's deceit. Next, the contestants are ushered into the arena, a place of survival and danger. As they enter, bombs explode, creating panic. Coriolanus tries to escape but is injured by a falling pillar. Lucy, showing solidarity, stays to help him out of danger. Once safe, they are both taken away by guards. Coriolanus, regaining consciousness, is relieved to hear that Lucy is safe. He then hears a song on television, sung by Lucy, which has garnered significant donations. Feeling indebted to Lucy for saving his life, Cory plans to help her. He examines the collapsed area, finds an escape route, and returns to Lucy with explosive powder. In a secret meeting, he instructs her to hide in a tunnel, giving her the powder for protection in the arena. Determined to save her, Cory then leaves his family and heads to the headquarters, overseeing the arena. At the headquarters, the contestants are thrown into the arena, where survival means killing each other. The camera monitors every move. The announcer, Lucky Flickerman, declares the start of the fight. As chaos ensues over weapons, Lucy cleverly dodges attacks while aiding an infected participant. Surviving in the arena proves to be a tremendous challenge for Lucy. Eventually, she discovers an infected individual and quickly makes her way to a hiding spot. Meanwhile, the other contestants engage in a brutal battle, as only one can emerge victorious. Lucy narrowly escapes her pursuers, managing to hide with the infected person. In a tense moment, a girl chasing Lucy is fatally struck with a weapon. During a brief respite from the fighting, Lucky starts to give a weather update but is interrupted by Lamina's actions. Lamina, having survived, climbs atop a pillar and cuts down a hanging participant, earning herself a donation and much-needed water. However, the water bottle dropped by a drone proves to be more of a hazard than a help, as it gets smashed upon impact with the ground. Casca questions Cory about his motives for protecting Lucy. Despite Cory's determination, Casca is skeptical and doesn't believe he will let Cory win a prize. In the meantime, Lucy tends to the infected person, whose condition is deteriorating. Gall approaches Cory, tasking him with removing Sejanus from the arena to avoid upsetting Sejanus's wealthy father. In exchange, Gall promises Cory a reward. With no other option, Cory sneaks into the arena, where he is temporarily safe due to Gall having disabled the cameras. While trying to extract Sejanus, Cory is ambushed and injured, but in a fit of rage, he manages to kill his attacker. The commotion attracts other contestants, but luckily, guards open the door just in time for Cory and Sejanus to escape. Outside, Sejanus's parents are relieved to see their son. Gall then commends Cory for his actions, treats his wounds, and plans to take him to her shelter, impressed by his skills. Cory's cousin, meanwhile, receives an eviction notice but keeps it hidden from Cory. She advises him not to follow in his father's footsteps, suggesting he focus on his own path. Cory returns to the headquarters and notices Lucy facing a new crisis. The infected man, now rabid, is chasing her. Forced out of her hiding place, Lucy struggles to evade him. Cory persuades his colleagues to send water, which is cleverly used to incapacitate the infected man, leading to his demise. Despite this, Lucy remains distressed over the situation. Lucy finds herself encircled by another hostile group, but Cory again comes to her aid, dispatching 7 water drones. The arrival of these drones distracts the attackers, giving Lucy a chance to conceal herself in a cramped room. Meanwhile, Coral is determined to confront AA and starts scaling a pillar. Lamina attempts to defend her with a weapon, but another contestant is also targeting her. In a swift move, Coral eliminates this threat. Lucy ingeniously poisons the water provided by Coriolanus, discarding the other bottles and replacing them with the tainted ones. Before her pursuers can find her, she hides once again, narrowly escaping danger. Tanner, craving water, is denied by Cory, who forcibly subdues him. This act is met with no objection as it contributes to the dwindling number of contestants. Tragically, Pliny's girl consumes the poisoned water and dies. Pliny, a kind-hearted contestant, gathers the bodies of the fallen and covers them with the capital's flag, a potentially punishable act. Amidst this, Gall announces the death of the president's son at the hands of rebels, declaring no victor will be spared. In response, a distressed contestant harms himself and seeks out Dr. Gall. Upon reaching her, Coriolanus displays his wound, which Dr. Gall attends to. While convincing him of the righteousness of her actions, she leaves, giving Cory the chance to place Lucy's handkerchief in a snake container. Returning to the arena, Cory finds Lucy in peril again, as Coral and his allies launch an assault on her hideout. Although they initially overpower her, Lucy manages to escape, with Coral in hot pursuit. In a dramatic turn, a vast container appears in the arena. A young girl, exhausted from the conflict, rushes towards it, hoping for an escape. But as the container breaks, it unleashes a swarm of snakes that attack her and the remaining contestants. Pliny accepts his fate calmly, not resisting the snakes. Coral, attempting to reach Lucy, falls victim to the snakes as well. Lucy, now the last survivor, begins to sing. Remarkably, the snakes, instead of attacking, coil around her without harming her. Witnessing this, Corey urges Gall to rescue Lucy, declaring her the victor. With the support of the other students, Gall has no choice but to extract Lucy from the arena. Corey is elated with the outcome, both for winning the prize and for Lucy's safety. However, his joy is short-lived as Casca uncovers incriminating evidence against him. Casca discovers the powder and cloth Corey kept to aid Lucy, resulting in Corey facing a 20-year service as a soldier for his actions. After passing the required tests, he finds himself on a train, joined by Sejanus. They arrive at District 12, where they witness a man being executed and his wife detained for denying the charges. Sejanus is inclined to rebel, but Corey restrains him. Later, at a club, Corey spots Lucy singing. When someone attempts to harass her, Corey steps in to protect her, but Sejanus quickly pulls him away from the trouble. Corey is relieved to have found Lucy. The next day, they plan to meet in the forest. However, Corey notices Sejanus interacting with locals, which seems troubling. During their forest meeting, they enjoy their time together. Lucy is surprised to learn Corey plans to return to the capital, leaving behind a life of freedom. She urges him to trust her and stay, promising a happier life together. Despite this, Corey is reassigned to District 2, a move that distresses him as it means leaving Lucy. He reluctantly agrees to the transfer. In the meantime, Corey's cousin informs him about evacuating their house, and he reassures her of his return. Sejanus, meanwhile, expresses his desire to escape the area and has even recorded a plan for it. Corey refuses Sejanus's offer to accompany him and hides the recorder in a birdcage. Back at the bower, while Lucy sings, Corey senses something amiss and confronts Sejanus, who is in a conflict with the mayor's daughter and her boyfriend. The daughter threatens to expose their plan, leading Corey to fatally shoot her and her boyfriend, covering up the incident. This act spirals into a crisis, with orders issued to capture them. Knowing their dire situation, Corey decides to flee. Tragically, Sejanus and another individual are executed for the mayor's daughter's death, leaving Corey to mourn his friend's loss. Corey and Lucy escape to the forest, where he confesses to 3 murders but keeps them hidden from Lucy. At a rundown house, he finds the gun used in the mayor's daughter's killing. Lucy urges him to dispose of the weapons, which he does, but a non-lethal snake bite during the process makes him suspect Lucy's intentions. Returning to his post, Corey is reassigned to the capital, where Dr. Gall offers him a position. He accepts it, answering the pivotal question about the necessity of the games. Later, he encounters Casca, who reveals his envy towards Corey's father. In a drastic turn, Corey poisons Casca's wine, eliminating him and cementing his transformation into a person akin to his father.